Assassin's Creed Valhalla has been announced as the next installment for Assassin's Creed, and in this video I want to highlight 39 details about the game for some of you who are desperately craving to know more about it. Before I begin, I just want to credit Twitter user Access the Animus, which is where I found most of the information featured in this video. With that said, let us begin. Here are 39 details about Assassin's Creed Valhalla in quick succession. You play as Eivor, a Viking raider who flees from his home country Norway in search of better living standards and conditions. This takes him to England, where the game will take place for the most part, however Norway will still be explorable. Eivor can be playable as either a male or a female character depending on the player. Developers on the game confirmed that no matter which gender you choose, both are considered canon. How this is done remains to be seen, but narrative director on the game Darby McDevitt revealed that they performed some trickery to make it work. Dismemberment and decapitations will feature in Valhalla, making it the first game in the series to feature something this brutal and gory in nature. One of the best Assassin's Creed titles in my opinion is Black Flag, and if you hold a similar sentiment, then you will be extremely excited for Valhalla. It has been confirmed that Valhalla is being developed by the same team who helmed the development of Black Flag and Origins, so expect strong, memorable characters and an incredible open world this time round. Producer on the game Julian confirmed that Valhalla will feature more backstory on the first civilization and that Layla Hassan as well as the modern day will return. However, he mentions that they have managed to blend the modern day into a new type of experience for players. What that means exactly remains to be seen, but it certainly sounds exciting. Social stealth is said to return to Valhalla, but with a twist. The Hidden Blade and one-hit assassinations is also making a comeback. The game will allow players to unlock stealth abilities that should have authenticity to the time period. One of those abilities include the Feign Death ability, which allows you to act or play dead. There is an ability in the game that will allow players to call in a wolf to help them. You can toggle your hood on and off, but in-game this time round, this will also have a social stealth benefit, allowing players to become incognito. The skill tree will be familiar, but will look different than in Origins and Odyssey. In addition to that, the game is set to prioritize a power value over numerical levels. So it seems that Ubisoft is attempting to eliminate the grinding element that some players faced in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will connect the lore of all the games. In addition to that, Valhalla will not only be a continuation of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but is also described as a good summation of what has come so far in the series. Naval will return, however I am not sure whether this will include naval combat, as this was not something that the Vikings engaged in. Eivor has a ship which is called a Drakkar. Eivor's choices in the game is based on choices of possible responses that he might give in accordance with his personality. So Eivor has a set of characteristics and will not be as inconsistent as Cassandra was in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Valhalla is said to feature Roman ruins. The main cities of the game include London, Winchester and Jorvik, along with several minor towns. Developers on the game described each piece of gear in the game as unique and will consist of round and tower shields, flails, spears, as well as bearded and Dane axes. Enemies in Valhalla will be smarter and a lot more challenging to fight. Apparently the game will feature a total of 25 different types of enemies who will also make use of the environment around them to their advantage when in combat with the player. This is something we have already seen with an image that leaked, showcasing one enemy using another to perform some sort of jump attack. Stonehenge will be featured in the game. The ability to run in the loading screens is also making a return. The game will feature a settlement system which will be at the center of quests. Big story arcs will begin and end in the settlement, and it is possible to have weddings and forge relationships between clans. The settlement will be customizable and the player will be able to set up new buildings, some of them including tattoo parlors and blacksmiths. Some of the other activities in the settlement include fishing, flighting, which is a historically based competition consisting of the exchange of insults between two parties, often conducted in verse. You will also be able to consult with a war chief, interact with objects, sit as well as sleep in Eivor's bed. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will feature relationships again, which are said to be more in depth than the relationships that featured in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Players will be able to customize Eivor's hair, beard, as well as add face paint and tattoos. The game's soundtrack will be composed by Sarah Sashner, who worked on Assassin's Creed Origins, along with Jesper Kyd, who composed the soundtrack for Assassin's Creed 2. The bird mechanic is returning from Origins and Odyssey, however this time round it will feature a raven called Cynan. Gear in the game will be upgradable at the blacksmith in your settlement, and upgrading the gear will give it a new look. Gear pieces are organized into 5 categories, similar to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Valhalla will feature big quest arcs. Developers on the game said that they are aiming to make each arc feel unique. Arcs are said to advance the Viking cause in England and will push Eivor into looking for resources for the settlement. Furthermore, the arcs in Valhalla have been compared to episodes of a TV series by the producer of the game. Both mounts and your longship can be called at any time, though in the ship's case you have to be close to the rivers to call it. Your longship will house 8 crew members who can disembark to help Eivor in fights, but only for activities that can be found near water flows. The ship will be customizable. Valhalla will feature 3 gameplay archetypes similar to what Assassin's Creed Odyssey had. However, it has not been confirmed whether it will be the exact same archetypes, which were Hunter, Warrior and Assassin. Game producer on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Julian, revealed that the size of the map will be a bit bigger than Assassin's Creed Odyssey's. The game will feature a new tool wheel. The game is said to have cultural variety, as different parts of the country had different practices and different ways of life. This will be reflected in the game. The developers want players to finish the game's main story without having to grind. Valhalla is also said to feature puzzles which will feature intriguing truths behind them. These puzzles will need to be unraveled to access the secrets that they hold. And with that, we have reached the end of the video. That is 39 details about Assassin's Creed Valhalla in quick succession. Let me know which one of these are you most excited for. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in another one real soon. Goodbye.